Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, and today, as you could see in the title of the video, we're going to be talking about saving money in Azure. To be more specific, saving money with Azure Orphan resource. You know, those resources that we create and then we just forget to delete, and we are being charged for that, some of them, most of them. And the idea of this video is to introduce you a very nice, interesting solution that I have created in order to support you on tracking these resources and start saving money. Okay, so if you are not a subscriber to the channel, hit the subscribe button. It's gonna support me and motivate me so much on keep making such videos to you. Okay, and also another announcement. I have created recently this playlist, which is related to Azure Landing Zone Accelerator deployment. So here I cover everything from the beginning, understand the documentation, to the end, like at the post deployment. Okay, I'm also covering deploying it with GitHub and also Azure DevOps. So that's a very cool playlist that I'm pretty sure if you are into this Azure world journey, you're gonna love it. Okay. The last one, but not less important, let's connect in LinkedIn. So just send me a connection invitation and let's connect from there. Okay, so let's get started with the video, and I want to start by sharing this repository. Everything is going to be in the link of the video description. So that's the repository, and that's a solution that I have created. And this solution basically, the main idea is to run locally. Okay, and it basically look for orphan resources in your Azure environment. That it's gonna help you to save so much money with resources that you had no idea that was just laying there, and you could easily delete it. Of course, make sure that even though it's laying there, maybe someone wants to use in the future. So for example, disks, it might be laying there, nobody's using, but might contain some data. Make sure that before you remove, you contact the owners of those resources. But the idea is here to identify those resources, and then you can take the actions, which basically remove it or do whatever you need to do. Okay, so this solution is a solution that I have created. It's under deployment, so feel free to fork and give some suggestion, feedback, improvements. You're gonna be more than welcome. Okay, so this solution basically connect to your environment and make the assessment, the analysis on one single subscription. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, rather than just show the repository, let's show. Let's clone it and let's make it happen. So let's run it locally. Well, actually, if you don't want to run it locally before, so you can have a look into this demonstration that I have created online. Okay, so I have it made available, it's live, so you can, this is the production mode, but you can toggle here to the demonstration mode, and then you're gonna have access to this page here, which is, it's gonna simulate a real world scenario. Okay, so you see here all the resources that is going to have a look into your environment, and you can go to overview and can perform a scan. Okay, the managed scans that it generated, it's going to be here, so you can just hit a scan and then it's going to simulate. Okay, this is all fake data. Okay, this is just for a demo, and here is just generating some research, some scenario where we have a lot of orphan resource. So if I hit now OK, we're gonna see now in our dashboard all the resources that might have not having orphan resource, but also some might contain. So if we go here, for example, to virtual machines, so it says that we have 31 orphan resource, and here it gives to us some very nice insights of our environment. That's super cool, and from here we can start taking action. Okay, all these solution is using the best practices of Microsoft cost optimization. Okay, but the focus here is just the orphan resource. Okay, if you go back any other resource, you might find a nice insight for that. So if you go here, for example, I don't know, route tables, it doesn't contain orphan. So let me check manage a disk. So if you go to this one, you're gonna have insight, and then you can decide whatever you want to do with it. Okay, that's super cool. So you have the location regarding the resource, the top resource groups with the most orphan resource, and so on. So that's the tool. Okay, so the main idea here is to run it locally and then connect to your environment. And I'm gonna show you right now how can you do that. Okay, well, you're gonna clone the repository. So let me copy this. I'm running this locally on a Mac environment. So I'm here my directory. So I'm just gonna clone it. Git clone. You can fork if you also want. It's up to you, but I'm just gonna clone it. Okay, just gonna clone, and I'm gonna access the directory. So here I am on my directory. So you see here all the files is here. Okay. The next step is, let's follow along with the documentation. You can create a environment, virtual environment to your up to the application. So let's run it. You can copy everything and run at once, but I want to run one by one so you have an idea of what is going on. So you can see here that I have created my virtual environment, and now we need to activate. So let's activate this. Okay, I'm gonna activate, make a little bit bigger. Yeah, I think it's fine now. And let's now install the libraries. Okay, so let's go to here and let's install the libraries and package that is necessary for this application to work without any problem. Okay, so let's wait a little bit. It shouldn't take long. So you see some package that we are installing. Okay, apparently I need to do the upgrade of my pip. Copy and paste. Let me refresh it. Okay, let me check the requirements again. So yeah, so we are good. So now what we basically need to do, it's log into our environment. Okay, so Azure CLI, make sure that you have Azure CLI installed. Okay, in case not, just check it, Azure CLI install, and then the first link you're gonna find all the instructions needed. Okay, that's super simple, very easy. There is no much secret. Okay, back to the repository. Let's copy this syntax. Let me clean it up. Copy this guy and let's replace with our tenant ID. Okay, so let's go to our environment. So this is my Azure. I go to Microsoft Entra, and then I'm gonna get my tenant ID. Just copy the ID, and let's replace here to log into our tenant. Okay, paste, and let's log in. Now it's asking for us to access this link here, and then later we need to use this code here. So let's copy here, let's paste, and let's get the code. After that, make sure you select your email for the authentication. And since I have MFA, so if you watch all my videos, you should be aware already of using an MFA. So the MFA is a security standard, best practices of security in Azure. Not only in Azure, you can use for many applications. So let me authenticate here. Let me approve. Okay, perfect. So I'm gonna agree with the Azure CLI authentication, and here we go. Everything is done. So the next step is basically to set the subscription that you want. Okay, you can change it later, but this is gonna be used to validate the subscription in your environment, that you have access, at least the read permission, to start the validation. Okay, so I'm gonna do, I could do to any of those, so but I'm gonna do for the connectivity one. So you see here that I just set 2, which is my connectivity, but if I wanted to analyze any other subscription, I could just choose any of those. Okay, just gonna select 2, and yeah, then we are good. So if you want to double check AZ account show, I believe, yeah, so you can see here that connectivity is my enable subscription for this analysis. Okay, and then let's go back to the repository. We basically need to run our our application. So let's do it. I'm gonna paste this guy here, and we gonna get the links in the PowerShell or in the command in the terminal, but you can just get this guy here ready. You're gonna see here that it's already up and running, and then you can just paste the authentication here, the link in your browser. Okay, so we are logged in. Okay, here is the online version that I have made it available to everyone, but you can now have your local version. Okay, it's gonna work exactly the same. If you go here to overview, you're not gonna see any file. This is a brand new environment. If you go to demo as well, you're not gonna see any file. Okay, but on the other hand, in this environment here, if you go to overview, you should see the file here, because we generated a scan, right? We created a scan. Okay, so I made here not able to delete, but you can change it later. Yeah, the application it's open, so feel free to customize the way you want. Okay, I'm gonna close this here just for not confusing everyone. And then now we are in the application. Okay, this is the demo mode. I don't want a demo mode. I don't want to demonstrate. I want to run it in my production environment, which is going to basically use the SDK libraries and use my Azure CLI to communicate with the environment. And what I need to do now, you see, I don't have anything. What I just need to do is click on overview and then perform a scan. So let's start a scan. It's going to take some time because, of course, it's going to go through all the 22 resources that I set, and these resources is gonna fetch all the information. It's gonna check, validate, or make all the validations in background, and then at the end we're gonna have an overview how our subscription looks like in terms of orphan resource. Okay, honestly, this is gonna help you to save so much money. I have seen so many scenarios where users have many orphan resources like disks, private endpoint, virtual networks, and so on. So many things that is not being used. But like I said in the beginning, you need to validate. It's not just see all these orphan resources and immediately delete them. Because like I said, for example, you might have disks that might state as orphan, but it's indeed orphan because it's not connected to any virtual machine, but it for some reason might contain data. Maybe someone forgot it there, and it still want to get the data from inside. So there are some research that you need to validate internally with the owners of the resource. Okay, Anderson, I have no idea how to find the owner of the resources in my environment. A suggestion that I can do for you is that I can give to you is basically going to activity log. Inside activity log, you're gonna find the logs activity of your environment. So everything that happened in your environment, you're gonna find out. You see here, create and deleting. So everything you can see. Okay, you can see also what has been done, who initialized that. So that's a nice way that you can track who did what on your environment. Okay, based on the subscription. Okay, so let's get back to our application, and apparently is there. So we have found around 117 resources. That doesn't mean that all of them are orphan. Okay, I'm gonna click in OK. Then you can have a complete view of your resources, and you can also have just the orphan view. Okay, if you click on orphan view, you're gonna have this image here. Okay, but you can immediately go to the home page, and then you're gonna have all the perspective about your environment. Okay, here for example, let's have a look in two resource, or one resource, just to double check and validate if it's actually orphan. Let's have a look here. So we see a route table, and in route table I have the insights about the route table. It shows the location and the name of the route table. So let's check if it's actually orphan. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna look for route table, and then I'm gonna get the name of the route table. You see that we are working with subscription, but only display this one. So it means that this one is the one which is orphan. So if we go to routes, we indeed have routes here, But if it's orphan, it's basically because it's not attached to any subnet. Because route table, for example, if you don't know, route table works like if it's attached to any subnet, it's working. But if it's applied, like it's live. If it's not attached to anywhere, it's just a route table laying there. It's just an orphan resource. So in this case, you can see that it's an orphan resource. And in the other hand, the other one is basically not. It's attached to our firewall. We can see here if there is any route. So this is routing to the internet, but you can see that it's being used. Okay. The same, let's see, let's check another one. Let's go back. The same, for example, to, I don't know, subnet. So we can see here insights about our environment. I still didn't update anything about the cost that you can save. Okay, that's something that is on my pipeline of implementation. I have done that. I just need to get some time. I have my, this is just for fun. And I'm gonna update soon. And if you also have an idea, suggestion to update it, feel free just to send a pull request. I'm gonna be more than happy to have a look. Okay, and this is the subnet apparently. So this is the virtual network. So let's have a look. We're going now to our environment. So let's go to virtual networks. I'm selecting here connectivity because that's the only one. Okay, that I'm tracking right now. I'm not tracking anything else, just this subscription. So I'm gonna get the subscription or the virtual network, and this is the subnet. So let's have a look. We go here. So this is the virtual network. That's good. If you go to subnet, and that's true. So all the IPs are available. It means that this default network subnet, nobody's using that. So that's good to know. So if we have another one which is not saying anything, and this is because they are not orphan. They are being used. So you can see here, they are actually being used. Okay. So that's how the Azure Orphan 2 works. Okay. This is a very small, tiny scenario where I don't have much orphan resource, but imagine what you can do in your environment. Okay. That's a very easy way to use it. You can always demonstrate internally to your teams. Okay, if you want to get contact about me, feel free to about it too, and about me, feel free to connect with me here. This is not a Microsoft official solution. Okay, I have created by myself during my spare time. And yeah, that's it. So if you enjoyed this video, and if you enjoyed this kind of video, I'm gonna invite you to subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and yeah, leave in the comments if what you think about this too, if it was useful for you, and you are more than welcome in the channel. Okay, thank you very much for your time, and take care. Bye bye.